for real estate and business. I am Dr. Sami Ajufo, and by God's grace, I am a human being. I am not AI. I'm privileged to be here. I am a media entrepreneur. I've worked in the media for a long time. I'm the Secretary General of the National Guild of Private Broadcast Managers, which means radio and television station managers and GMs. We have an association, a professional body. I happen to be the Secretary General. I'm also the Dean of the School of Communications and Media Studies, Learn to Live Business School UK. It's a faculty under Learn to Live, and it deals with communication, media, journalism, broadcasting. And because of my relationship with the founder of Arible School of Business and Real Estate, we are partnering, which means that the School of Communication is partnering with the School of what? I like people talking back to me. The School of what? So it means that after this, you will be given a certificate from our school for this program. We had the advanced class yesterday, and today we're having the basic class. So everything is on screen, and I believe that you will be given the slides. We'll be giving the slides later. But I like a very collaborative class. I wonder why there's only one woman. I'm very uncomfortable. I don't like where there are too many men. I'm a father of 6 girls. Woman, thank God. 6 investments, 6 boys. Look at these guys now. I play a lot, so don't take anything too personal. And I'm really privileged to be here. So that's who I am. You look very familiar to your knowledge. When we talk about communications, I'm not here to teach you how to talk. I'm not here. Different strategies to meet your clients. And I'm going to be showing you the basic methods to do it. Not because Madam there did not tell me that. Are you not Chidera? Look at the basics. This is the communication process. It starts here and must end here. Have you noted from here? I'm not here to teach people who are selling land. I'm here to teach people who are selling perceptions. Hello? I'm teaching people who are selling perceptions. There is a perception that to be a handsome man in this guy, real estate person. Look at the first thing they did. School of what? I was talking to the advanced class yesterday, and I said, sometimes you are the land. People will see the land with you, the way you walk, your body language. They call it NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. It's what I teach, what we teach in School of Communication is how to go into the mind of somebody. That is the first thing we're teaching. Can somebody pull this away from me? I know they teach with marker, but it'll be nice. I better get out. Sender. Then the content you're communicating is the next thing. You are the sender. What content are you communicating? We're going to talk about that. What is the medium you're using? There are different mediums. And let me correct the impression. The medium might not be social media. The medium might not be TV. It might not be radio. That is not necessarily the medium. So communication will come from, it does not jump. There is no way you can turn this equation around. It must follow this pattern. When you move from this medium, we're going to talk about that, you come to the receiver, which is the client. And when you get to the client, this person will give information back. That is why Christians, born-again Christians, don't really have a relationship with God. You know why? Because we pray and we fast. Go on 21-day fast. Some of you, your church starts January with 100 days fast. How many people actually, after the prayer, stop and listen? What kind of relationship do you have with somebody that I'm talking to you, and I walk away. And I don't listen to what you have to say. So many of you think you have a relationship with God, but for me, prayer is not the beginning. The listening is the next thing. Because you need to get a feedback, right? So the feedback is what you should wait for. You are talking to somebody about a particular property, but when you get here, you just believe the person should just buy because juju is in your mouth. You went to one DBR, so just go. When you talk, the guy will just drop. At this point, this is where you spend more time. Because at this point, you need to convince the person. This person now, I don't have money now. The place you're selling, I don't like it. Am I confusing you? Is your destiny aligning? So this process, sometimes when you get to this point, you'll find out that the problem with this person is that this thing was not properly done. There are different classes of people, and they meet in different places. In your mind, Facebook is the widest, Abi? So there are different audiences, and they meet at different places. So you see this process? It continues until you sell. And even after you sell, you stay on this point. Property, that person must be your best friend after. You must know his wife's birthday. You must follow his WhatsApp status. His father died. You must go for the burial. Do you understand when you go to somebody's father's burial or mother's burial and they're introducing and they say to you, he's introducing you to people. And who is this guy? And this guy sold me land 4 years ago. You sell land, yeah, 4 years ago. And he still remembered to come for my father's burial. That is your biggest marketing opportunity. True or false? At this point, feedback. Because one person you communicate with properly and the person gets a property. Don't stop there. You continue by giving the person other services. Do you want to develop the land? Yes, so. So what do you want to do? Listen, you must follow that person till he gets you to the next person. That is communication. Don't end up, stop here. Then you sell. Once you get to the receiver, you keep this process going on and on. Next slide. Let's all read this together. 1, 2, go. All this big grammar, you all understand it. But let me pretend as if you don't. Look at the words in red. But when we have effective communication in this business we are in, the idea is to convert properties, land, whatever, into appreciated and desired assets. They call it nice to haves. Things I would want to have. Do you understand what I'm saying? But this is how we do it. All these words in red. Number one, we shape perceptions. Everybody has a perception about what landed property looks like. Some people believe landed property is a family thing. My grandfather had the land. He passed it down to my grandfather. My father is passing down. Those people don't plan to buy new houses because it's in their family. And that is going to be the problem in the next 15, 20 years. Because the more we are telling people to buy plenty land, is it that the people are thinking, for my children, some of them are not thinking about it for commercial purposes. So in the next 20 years, will we have clients? Because everybody has bought land, they are secure. So the perception people have about land is that land is a secure asset. True or false? What our job is in communication is to shape their perception. Why should I buy this property? What do I gain? That word, landlord, People only think about it as the governor. You are just a tenant that paid a lot of money. We shape perceptions, we reduce buying friction, which means that challenge, that thing that is making us think in our head that we cannot buy land, we are not good enough, it is too expensive, this is not the time. We must reduce it. And it is only by communication. And then aligning stakeholders. What does it mean? Everybody within the ecosystem of real estate, we make sure that our communication puts all of us on the same line. So that somebody will say they did not hear. Somebody will not say they did not know. Who are the stakeholders? Buyers, financiers, regulators. Look, any other person outside is in 4 people. The community that own the land, the regulators and government, those people who bring the money for the land. It might be financial institutions, it might be cooperative societies, then the buyers. In Nigeria, because most of our systems are informal, it's not like the United States or any other country. We are very backward. And because of that, we have a lot of problems with reputation. You guys know. The first thing when you meet somebody to talk to a person about land, they draw back because they've had a lot of negative Ministry of Lands. Tomorrow they say Nigerian Institute of Estate Surveyors. Tomorrow they say it's Redan. There are too many regulatory ties and dies. Communication must be locally based. So don't be speaking big grammar. It's not about, you must think like the average man. The way you communicate your message must be local in the mind. It must be digitally literate. That means it must be digital, it must be online as well. Nobody's going to, when last did you see someone printing flyer about buying land? I mean physical flyer. Have you seen it before? It's dying. Except you go to MBA conference and you will see people give, but they'll throw the flyer on the floor. No be so? So these days, your communication strategy must be digitally literate. It must be legally responsive. That it must have legal backing. And the last one, reputationally proactive. This is the one that concerns me more. Because of the too many bad information about land, your communication strategy must be responsive. Remember feedback. Somebody says something wrong, respond immediately. Somebody has a question, respond immediately. In fact, some social media handles these days, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, they'll tell you, this person has commented on your page. Respond to the person. How many of you have seen it before? That means you should be reputationally proactive. Do not wait until Wahala Day. That is the problem with a lot of businesses. And then you say, by the grace of God, this problem will pass. It will pass. If that your pastor says that kind of thing, fire your pastor. Be watching online. Reputationally proactive. That means to protect our image, we can do anything. There's a story about Erisco. You know Erisco tomato paste? You know the story? Chioma. If it was a more organized organization like their others, they will not respond the way Erisco responded. But because the owner of Erisco, I don't know who he is. Don't put this one where I talk. What will Aquafina do? If somebody bought Aquafina bottled water and they saw cockroach inside, you know that thing is going to trend immediately. Immediately it will trend. It will go viral. Now, if Aquafina was Erisco, Aquafina will go and look for the person, sue the person, arrest the person. But Aquafina, because they have a good communications platform, they will first and foremost respond less than 2 hours. You can't respond more than, if you wait more than 24 hours, it will go viral. And that is edible. It's food. So imagine that water came out and they saw cockroach at the bottom of it. What will they do? From my standpoint, respond immediately. And when you respond, your response will tell a lot about how you value your brand. That is what public relations is about. Public relations is saying, this person said that the Arible duped him, the land was fake, blah, blah, blah. Respond. Number one, apologize. It might not be you, it might be a fake bottle, but apologize. Arible Properties is a long-standing member of the community. We believe in standards and practices. We apologize, and we are currently undergoing investigation within our internal system to ascertain where this problem is from. We will return with our findings, comma. We will work with government institutions to ensure that the public is well informed. You see all these things I said? He has given you assurance. You see this thing that came out of my head? You know I'm a very brilliant guy. What all those statements I made, number one, I appeal to you because I'm trying to protect my brand. That is the most important thing. Nothing matters. If it was that bottled water, what are you telling me? I gave you 4 messages in that message now. I told you that, number one, we are sorry. Number 2, I told you that we respect our clients and our community. Number 3, I told you we are going to work with governments. Number 4, we are going to give you feedback. Then we will come out, when we do our internal findings, we will not come back and with another message and say, we found out, oh, it was not our fault. No. What we will do is that we will now say, this is Aquafina bottled water. If you want to distinguish between the real Aquafina and the fake Aquafina, here are the features. That statement I made now is to tell you that we did not, it was not our own. We will take the picture of what that person posted and our own and say, our bottle cover is deep blue. This bottle cover is light blue. And the next, my friends, we will spend money. Oh. To fix your reputation, Warren Buffett said it takes 100 years to build a reputation. It takes one action to destroy it. All these big companies, they keep billions to protect their image. Are we together? Are we together? So reputationally proactive is very important. Somebody must respond. Google has created a website called Google Analytics. Some of us in the communication space, we go to Google Analytics and put our name, the name of our company. It will bring out every information, who mentioned our company, whether good or bad. We'll look at the good parts, we'll record it. We'll look at the bad parts, work on it. Because we want to know what people are thinking, what people are saying. You are in a space where there are a lot of 419, true or false. And many of these 419 are more packaged than Arible, true or false. Is it a lie? They are Arible is doing IT now. They are packaged. If you enter their office, you think it's a bank. If you put their billboard like this, your eye, in fact, you'll be intimidated. Irene, they don't get money to do this kind of thing. So, reputation matters. Next slide. Let's talk about strategic communications. Quickly, definition and purpose. Strategic communication is a specialized approach. It's not any kind of approach. That's why I have a doctorate in it. It's a specialized approach to distributing and receiving information. It means communicating what? Please look at this. Communicating what? All messages don't need to be communicated. All kind of contents don't need to be communicated. Let me tell you one of the wrongest things we do in real estate is that you come and you want to allot land. You do one event on the land. It's a wrong thing. Many people do it. If Arible does it, I would advise against it. Oh, they gave you plots. The person will stand with a picture. I got a plot. It has been bastardized. sometimes it's not the right time to post that information. That information might be necessary, but it's not the right time. Do you get my message? The best message through the what? Read with me. The what? The correct channels. To the what? At the what? Using what? From this process to stay focused on company what? Everything that is in red is our target in strategic communications. Anywhere and everywhere. Together. It's about the best message. MTN came out with everywhere you go. In your mind, anywhere you are. What? Actually, Glo is the supplier of internet to all the networks. Because they are focused more on the big supply than the retail supply. That's why the only people that came to compete with them is Elon Musk Starlink. If you think MTN is fast, it's because it's collecting from Glo. Every network. You're looking at me. You didn't know. Now you know. You can enter somewhere and brag. Let me tell you something. Best message through the correct channels. It's not every channel, sir. Some people think it's put it on TV. It's not. To the right people. That is what strategic means. Strategic communication is saying, be strategic in your thinking. Don't spend unnecessary money, unnecessary time doing everything, rather than focusing on the most important things. And the idea is to meet our company goals. Now, because we are a school of business and real estate, and this thing I'm teaching you can be applied in your personal life. It might be company goals, it can be your goal. Effective strategic communication can enhance reputation. Story, we know all that. Next slide. What does it do for us? It helps us understand our clients better. It helps us align with the communication objectives. What Arible wants to do must be aligned with his communication plan. You can't do two different things. It enhances our reputation. We've talked about that. Because we are going to be putting consistent messages out there. Don't put one today and next week you put another one. It must be consistent. It must be what? Consistent. Improve our engagement and our relationships. It helps us deepen our relationships. If all of us here, all of us, had 2 billion in our accounts, billion naira, if we had it, and we came to Arible as a group, and we said, Arible, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, about 26 billion, Abi? Something like that. If we had 26 billion, and we brought it to Arible, and say, Arible, we're investing this in your real estate. Arible collects the money and does not talk to you. Does not tell you how the business is going. Does not tell you how the investment is going. Man of God, tell me, will you see Arinze on the road and say, you are doing well. You are blessed. Arinze will say, we are working, sir, we are working. Is that what you want to hear? That is what banks, every company that has a PLC, every company that has investors, they must constantly engage because they have questions. They want to know what's going on. Our 26 billion, what are you telling me? Then you notice Arinze posted a picture of himself and his wife in Paris. 2 weeks after we gave him 26 billion. Then we heard that Arinze, it was revealed his side chick spent 200 million naira to buy lashes. And the thing came out on Tunde Head Knot. What will happen, ladies and gentlemen? In such situations, the reputation of Arible, not Arinze, is at stake. So what would you do? Arible needs to communicate with you and say, it is not so. It is a lie. Are you getting my point? Some of you invested in that guy, Chimak. Yes. Madam, you did. Madam, you did. Stop it. This guy was their marketer. I know you. The problem they all had, the investors had, was no communication. Next slide. Are we learning something? What else does strategic communication do for us? Facilitate change management, crisis preparedness. Because crisis will come. No matter how much you pray and fast, crisis will come. Story will enter. But we need to keep our communication strategy improved so that what? We can work against it. Employee engagement is also important. Next slide. So let's talk about key elements of communication strategy. Next slide. There are 4 important things you must learn. 4 important things. Number 1 is what? Number 1 is what? Audience. Who do you need to reach with your message and why? Who? That is the one important element. And I thought you will learn it in advanced class when you get there. We analyzed the audience. We gave the audience a name. It's one person. The audience is not 5 people. Who is your audience? Not every man that walks on the road is your audience. Not every man that walks on the road is your client. And not every man that you look away from is not your audience. You get my point? Who is your audience and why? Number 2, message. What will the content of your message be? If you meet this your audience, what will you tell them? How will you craft it? Sir, do you know about, once I see on social media one video, are you interested? I scroll past. Do you? When you start with are you, do you, I'm not interested. You tell me a story, I'll be interested. So the future is about stories. Are you a landowner? I'm not. Once I see it on my video, I respond as if I'm talking to the person. Do you? I say no. Around Independence layouts, in fact, people used to say, you see some people who start their story, don't scroll, I will scroll. Is it not my phone? But if I start with a story, and I know this because if I sponsor the ad, I know where I'm going to, right? So I know that I'm sponsoring this ad to Enugu. So if you Independence layout, there's a lot of properties. A lot of people buy lands here. There are so many things. I use drone shots. Look, to tell your story, you need to be deep. So many new locations in Independence layout, but Independence layout is so filled up. No space anymore. You can't even find a place to buy a property or even rent. Now, let me take you towards a place that will probably fit your budget. I'll show you in the next video. Now, this area is you're all imagining it, right? You tell a story. People want to hear stories. Next slide. Of course, timing and platform. Timing and platform are the next other things you consider. Timing and platform. Why does communication matter in real estate? Why? Next slide. I'd like somebody to read this for me. Let me hand over the microphone for you to minister unto the gospel. Lakatalaka. The first thing you need to know is that these are the reasons and many other reasons why we do what? Why communication is important in real estate. High trust premium. Buyers, word of mouth. Is it not true? They rely on word of mouth. They rely on developer reputation. They rely on third-party validation. Is anything I wrote here a lie? The first thing they rely on is word of mouth. Word of mouth. They want to know. You tell this person tells this person tells this person. Let me give you an example. Where are you from? Which part of Enugu? Aniri. Imagine you went to the village tomorrow. And at the road to your village, I don't know whether the road is good. Imagine the road was not good. People have been begging God with a B sign on it. You know that logo. How will you feel? Julius Berger. If you see Julius Berger's logo in front of your village, fresh, what will you think? No, construction. What else will you feel? Go. That is what Julius Berger has been building for the years. That is what they call developer reputation. How many people here have ever seen a video of one person going online and he said, this thing they say that Julius Berger built them, see I'm done the crack. Has anybody ever seen that? It's not like Julius Berger is hiding it. Nobody does it. Because they have a reputation. People will buy your reputation. You get my point? So, these are the reasons. And then third-party validation. Once they know that lawyers, financial institutions, or professional bodies are involved, they will also want to buy. Are we together? If I write that I'm selling land and I say I am a member of Redan, I'm a member, you feel confident that in case I do you 419, you know where to run to. These are the reasons we do communication, to build trust premium. So to tell our clients that we are authentic, we use good reputation, and we have the backing of third party. That is why some logos, some companies, some association, they will put on their letterhead, they will put the name of the legal company that works for them. Once you see SAN, you go adjust. Exactly. So when people open companies and they go and bring some big names, it is for this. Do that communication because of regulatory complexity. You know that we have problems here. True or false? If I'm not telling you the truth, just tell me it's a lie. Land title is a problem. Approval is a problem. Local government processes is a problem. Communication must meet expectation, which means we must consistently communicate that our company gives authentic land titles. Our company gets you the best approvals. Our company is working well with the community. We must communicate this because it helps also build trust. Not everybody will say CFO. No be so? But have we communicated that we give authentic CFO? Can somebody give me another idea on how we can communicate well to build confidence that we have good CFO? Which other strategy can we use? Communicate about us. Or how else do you think we can communicate that we could give authentic CFO? Testimonials. What drink do you drink? I'll buy it for you. Testimonials. Some people will post the CFO and they'll blank out the name of the person. So you will know. A lot of companies that do company registration, they will post the company, the document they've done for people, they remove the person's name so that you know that we do it. You must communicate your wins. Do you get my point? Yes. If you buy a new car, none of you hides the car. Like this bro now. You know now. If you buy a car now, you give yourself 1 or 2 weeks, you post. You just say what God has done. Bad guy. So we also need to communicate to different, this rapid organization and segmentation means that in Lagos, in Abuja, in Port Harcourt, in Enugu, anywhere, the audience differs. We cannot give one communication strategy to everybody because the Lagos person understands differently from the Abuja person. Like in the southeast of Nigeria, people don't build estates. All these estates you are selling land within a defined area, estates. All the houses are similar. But in Igbo land, as a Igbo man, you build your house. You must build it. 6 decking, plus toilet on top, and penthouse on the toilet. It's a cultural thing. So the way we communicate, it requires that we have segmented messaging. The way we talk to you is different from the way we talk to you based on location. Are we together? So that is another reason why we communicate. We must show different buyer profile. Those that can afford housing, communicating to market professionals. We are communicating to diasporans, people abroad. The way we tell them about the land, the properties we sell is different. Are we together? All right. Community and social license. We must communicate that we are working community. How do we do that? Testimonials. Pictures of you and the community elders signing agreements. Projects you have done in the community. Aside, you built a school in the community. Make sure you promote it. Do you understand? So, we do this in real estate because new development often meets local resistance. That is the problem now they're having in Centenary City. True or false? Because of that local resistance, you need to work with the community, and the clients, the buyers will be more confident that you are working hand in hand with the community. You need to also promote that. Next slide. Now, there's something called Mintzberg's 5 P's of strategy. You can apply it in any part of your life and any business. Next slide. Look at it. Read it together. 1. Again, together. The next one. The next one. The next one. The next one. In strategy, you must apply all these. Whether it is strategy of communication or strategy of marketing, what are your plans? Strategies that define a concrete plan of action. Before you go out, you have a plan. Everybody has a plan. Some of you have a plan before getting here today. I plan that I'll come to this training. From this training, I'll go here, I'll do this, blah, blah, blah. Then after this training, I'll jackpot. Amen? Ploys. You see this one? Everybody's doing it to everybody. Strategies that rely on outfoxing, confusing, or disrupting opponents. Leave your born again by your chair. Your personal life, everybody's outfoxing everybody to get the upper hand. True or false? Yes. So your communication strategy needs to be consistent, needs to be creative, because in this business, there are so many people. There are so many companies. I was asking the class, advanced class, they should mention them. They mention Powell, they mention Horizontal, they mention Copen, they mention names. Give me names of companies, real estate companies. Cedarwood, yes? I'm saying Crystal Garden. You are wearing Crystal Garden inside Arible. Jesus. Everybody is trying to outfox everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, MTN Econet existed. They were doing well. They were charging us per minute. But then a new company came on board called Glo. Globalcom came in a way to outfox their competition. They crashed it to per second. Since Globalcom, other companies have come in. Now you are now seeing MTN wake up one morning and say, pay as you go. It is to outfox other people. Do you get my point? All those are patterns. We have a series of patterns in our communication. When we know that this thing has been working, let's continue it. That's what the patterns mean. Strategies that emerge from existing methods and replicating success in new areas. If we know that Facebook has been working, if we know that social media has worked, if we know that radio has been working, let's continue radio. Are we together? Strategies that are being in the right place at what? With the right people at the right time. Where is your audience at this time? Can we meet them? MBA conference, I don't know how many of you went, but you saw different kind of. It's difficult to convince many of them because they are not from Southeast Nigeria, they are not in Enugu. But just for them to have that impression, it's not that they will buy land, though. It's about the fact that they can mention it to somebody else. So our communication strategy must position us at the right place. Right place, right people, These are the most important things. You need to meet the right people at the right place, not the right people at the wrong place. You want to sell land. You just found out that your children's school, one rich man, his child is also there. School run in the morning. The man park his car, you park your car. Good day, sir. Well done, sir. Right place, wrong time. Right person, wrong place. Am I teaching you something? Do you look as if I have sense? Are you sure I have sense? I woke up this morning, I didn't feel like I have sense. The way these women are talking to me. Then the last one is perspective. This is where I always encourage people and encourage you. Because there are so many people in this market. One of the best ways to become king of the market is to come out of the market and talk about the market. Do you get my point? Imagine everybody is selling wig. 1 million people are selling wig. Who go buy the wig? The competition is stiff. Today, this person reduces his price. Tomorrow, this person do buy two, get one free. And you're also in the business. One of the best ways is to come out of the business and talk about the business. Which means people will now be asking you questions about the wig business. Do you get my point now? So when you become a market leader, it is a strategy. I don't know how many of you watch the cooking channel on DSTV. What is the name? There are channels on DSTV, they don't cook. Some of those people are good chefs. Wonderful. But their content is not cooking and videoing themselves. Their content is going to other chefs and interviewing them. What does it do? It makes you a superior chef. Do you get my point now? So when we talk about perspective, strategies that represent a unique viewpoint of the market. So you're the one that tells people, Arible, if you watch Channels TV or Arise, the business section, which I know you don't watch, you people don't, you are smiling. They'll call it marketplace. They talk about stock market. If you look at the guests they invite, most of them are sent by financial institutions. Most of them are sent by banks. So the guy is a risk analyst from UBA. Do you get my point? So they'll interview you. Now, what does that do? It makes UBA look like it is superior to every other bank. Are we getting the point? There's a guy that I always talk about. He's into real estate. He builds houses. A Yoruba guy, Dak. You probably know what's his name? Fola. I follow Fola. Why? Because Fola has a unique way of telling his own. Fola comes out and says, he will show a video and say, he knows better. And what will happen? More people will come to Fola and say, Fola, I want to build a house. Fola, find on top the business, telling people, buy here, buy here, buy. Basis of communication, marketing communications. This one is what I taught the advanced class yesterday. I'm not going to spend more time on this, but when you get to advanced, I'll explain it better. You must follow these phases in your communication plan. Conducting research, that's what we call situation analysis. What is the state of the real estate business today? You must follow this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can't miss any step. So what is the state of the business today, real estate? We must do this before we create our communication idea. What do the customers need? How do the customers behave? What are the different demographies? You know what demography is? Age group, sex, career, buying patterns, standing. The previous slide. No, don't go. We talked about ploy, right? How did Roban become more popular than Shop? By spreading. ShopRite is a brand that is known. If ShopRite wants to open in your city, they must look for a mall. They don't open in small places. But Roban knew there's Transekulu markets. Nobody's reaching them. There is Damager Market. Nobody's reaching them. There is Nike Market. No. There is Tinker's Corner. Agbani Road. In Suka, they even opened in Asaba. Oka. Where ShopRite cannot go. It's everywhere. Before, they were just one small shop by... No, not Bisala. When they first started. Not Parks and Jack. Polo Park. Towards Anglican Church. Yes. That is a communication. That's a ploy. Now, this one, situation analysis, talks about the market. You need to understand the market. Ladies and next time I come to your class and I ask you information about real estate business and you're looking at me like this, I'll walk you out. Because you need to know your market. That's what they call situation. What is the situation now? You need to understand it. When we move to this place, who are our audience? What is the demography? That's what they call demography. Put them according to different groups, tribal groups, age range, sex. Then when we talk about psychography, we talk about how they think, what is their behavior. There are 5 people that can be behaving mad. 6 people might be normal. Like all of you here are normal. I'm the only mad person. And the cameraman. You also need to find out, this point is what we did yesterday, this last one. Develop customer persona. We'll talk about it in advanced class. Then we come to the brand messaging. What is our unique selling proposition? What is our value? Okay? What is our tone? Let me tell you what tone means. When Nigerian movies were not at the cinema, when we used to have movies produced by Iweka Road on Icha, you know that the way they did the advert was different. My brother, this guy don't die, oh, this guy don't die, oh. See this, see, cannot go. That was how they are. It's not that. It's that they were attacking. That was their tone. But today, if you want to see a movie, the tone is different. So what is our tone of communication? Are we pleasant? Are we appealing? Do you understand my point? If you look at an advert for Rolex watch, and the advert for our normal, this one that they say, you see that their tone is executive, luxurious. They will tell you, Rolex for the real man. In your mind, you say, if I want to be a man, I should buy Rolex. Have you not noticed anytime they're doing adverts for women, wig, it must be a young girl. A fine, fair, young person. If they're doing adverts for soap, it must be a fair, slim person. It's telling the people who are bigger, this soap will reduce your weight. That is the tone. Are we getting my point now? We move over to this place. This is where the channels we talked about. Do you want to use advertising? Do you want to use public relations, social media, direct marketing, or direct selling, or sales promotion? Who knows what sales promotion is? Discount, incentive, buy 2, get 1 free. This guy likes that kind of thing. A wolf is your problem. That's what they call sales promotion. So what do? It's all here. These are the channels you probably want to use. Then we come here. How much are we going to spend? Then we come here. How are we going to implement it? Then we come to this point. How do we monitor it? There is no communication plan you do that you should monitor. In fact, Instagram, Facebook, they have places where you check, right? Analytics. So you need to monitor. This advert we did, this communication I did, what is the feedback? The very simple one is on your WhatsApp. You post something, they will show you how many people viewed it, right? Next slide. What do we develop? We develop our core message. Move on. Next slide. Our core message can be any of this. Any, but not everything together. You can be any, or you can mix anyone. The first one, what value are we bringing to the customer? Someone should give me an example. What value is Arible bringing to a customer? Luxury. Are we selling luxury here? Genuine. Lands are genuine. Some other person. Anybody? Yes, bros. Think. I want everyone to think. What value are we bringing? So your message, one of your message must communicate value. Security. Affordable. Do you understand? The value can be for commercial purposes. The value can be for residential purposes. But your communication, any advert, any design you put out must sell value. Are we together? So don't just go and be posting 6 lands in Asaba. I saw the adverts, this city of mercy, city of grace, city of forgiveness. No. Nobody, what is the value? The value is not the one that all of you used to write. 2 minutes to Third Road. God have mercy on all of you. Say 6 minutes to Third Road. 10 minutes to the airport. If I don't like flying, go. If I like flying by night. Value. What value do you present? Some people sell Enugu to businesses as the state with one of the highest number of tertiary institutions. It's a value, right? You sell your state as a state that is very safe, right? Those are values. Number 2, you sell trust. You sell trust. You sell trust based on our reputation. Which bank said they are 100 and something years old? First Bank. How many of you bank with First Bank? Why do you bank with First Bank? They are trusted. Which other person? Faster. Reputation. That is why you bank with them. But let me tell you, number 1 reason you bank with them is because they are 100 and something years old. The oldest bank. Do you understand? They have not, whether they are fast or not, they have not shifted in 100 years. Meanwhile, some banks that started yesterday, their leg is shaking. So you're selling reputation. That is why you see Channels TV write the most awarded TV broadcaster in Africa. They are selling reputation. We have been here since, we don't go anywhere. Trust us. Tendencies are, you're going to trust them. Copen Group is another reason why people trust. Oh, we know Copen. All right? So you're selling trust. Then you're selling community. What is our impact on the community? Like I said, you can sell these messages separately. You can sell 1 or 2 together, but don't sell all together. Because if you sell all together, you look like a 419. You get the point? Is entering. If you sell everything here, they'll think you're a fraudster. Because you look, right? We are selling profitability. So there are sometimes you put up a poster